Hi guys, today we're going to talk about shield carry, Husafell stone, maybe a little bit about front carries. The first thing we need to remember about front carries is they're all awful. They're really, really heavy and it really hurts. A shield carry, in my opinion, is a big test of your mental strength. It saps the life and soul out of you and it's just nasty. So we're going to try and give you a few tips to make it just that little bit better. So we need to find out as well first, if you're going to be doing this in a competition, if it's going to be when the whistle starts, like your hands on and you have to pick up and go, or if it's going to be your time starts when you start walking, because that'll give you more of a time about your setup. So if we're going to be training the Husafell stone, first of all, or the shield, we want to know how wide it is in relation to how long your arms are going to be, so where you're going to pick it up. I know I just wear chalk, but some people put sleeves on because it does hurt. So it could help a little bit if you have some sleeves on. How I like to approach it is that I try to get as close to it as I can. So I like to tip it forward. So your feet are here, and then it's closer to your center of gravity. So when you're going to be picking it up, it's closer to you, which is therefore easier to pick it up, because the further away it is, the harder that it's going to be to get it near to you. This one, like you can see, is fairly wide shield, it's Husafell, and it's also fairly heavy. So in here, in this kind of position, bracing it in and pulling it towards us. Now you need to kind of treat this as a bit of a front squat. We're going to go up. The objective here is to get the stone high up on the chest, because when you're walking around with it, it's just going to go down. That's the only way it's going to go. The higher up you've got, the best chance you've got of getting a further distance or having it to clear your legs. Once it's up and you're going to be running with it, it needs to be away from your legs as much as possible so that you can actually run. So down here, taking our grip here, squeezing it in, it's tilted forward slightly and up, high up onto the chest, and then we're ready to go. So you can see here that I'm leaning slightly back, and then that's optimal because then we're going to be loading it onto the hamstrings, leaning it slightly forward so it's up here. Thing to remember, again, like I just said at the start, it is uncomfortable. It isn't very nice at all, and it's the biggest test of your mental strength that you're going to have in Strongman, carrying this for a maximum distance. So like we've said, we're going to try and pick it up so it's as high up on our chest as possible. This allows the legs to be free to move as you're going to be walking. Through your training, you'll be able to have ascertained what's going to be a comfortable speed for you. If it's going to be a distance event, obviously you want to be moving quickly, but not so quickly that you're just going to fry out. You want to be able to win that event and literally go the distance. So this is something through training that you need to practice. With regards to maybe like a sprint event with it, picking it up again as high up onto your chest as possible. You don't supposedly really need to see past it. I can't see past it when I'm going. You just end up going in the right direction. Your legs are slightly further apart because it's loaded slightly differently. It's higher up, so it's like loaded onto your glutes and your hamstrings because it's up here, squeezing it into the chest and moving forward. So a few other things to think about Husafell stone is the way that I like to do lots of other things is breaking it down. So we're not always needing to pick it up and always train the distance. We could practice the picks. It's really important that you get that nailed, that you know where it's going to be when it's comfortable on you for the task at hand, whether it's going to be for distance or whether it's going to be part of a medley, how quick you're going to have to be able to get into your setup. It all needs to be practiced. You can also amend your sessions that you don't need to run the whole distance of where you need to go. Just maybe a few meters will be sufficient. Also, I'm out of breath. Also, we could change the weight, keep it light, train it for speed and conditioning, and then the weight will increase gradually as time commences towards your competition. It's a really useful piece of kit. Like front carries, I can't recommend them highly enough. It's something that we implement quite a lot because they are really awful, and you know, it really tests your mental strength as well. When it comes to the kit to wear, again, flat-soled shoes, chalk your arms up. I know some people maybe wear sleeves. I'm not really bothered about wearing sleeves. I'd rather just go as I am. Maybe a softer belt, and especially if it's part of a medley thing where you're having to pick up lots of different things, a large belt could get in the way. So maybe one of the softer belts maybe will work better in that situation. good luck with your training for it. If you need to know anything else about training for Husafell stones, message me on Donna Strongman on Instagram, or